Okay. So we will be learning some vocab which is related to the first topic that we'll be discussing about is travel. Now, travel kind of tourism पनि include गर्न मिल्छ, but I haven't listed many words related to tourism. Most of the words here are related to travel. Okay, and I want your active participation ल म तिमीहरूलाई यो we will learn a few words. त्यसपछि I'll ask you some questions and you have to use these words while answering the question plus अस्तिको स्ट्रक्चरहरू पनि युज गर्नुपर्छ है. Okay. So the first word that we are going to learn today is tourist hotspot. I guess you have heard of the word hotspot somewhere else, Wi-Fi ko hotspot. But hotspot is a place where many tourists visit. Just an example can be Kathmandu and Pokhara are major tourist hotspots of Nepal where millions of tourists visit every year. Keep this word in mind, tourist hotspot. And what I feel is the topmost way, the best way to learn a new word, to remember a new word is to make relatable sentences. आफ्नो लाइफमा घटेको कुरासँग अथवा तिम्रो एक्सपिरियन्स नलेजसँग केही रिलेट गरेर सेन्टेन्स बनायो भने चाहिँ यो धेरै टाइमसम्म रहन्छ क्या. दे आर नो डिफिकल्ट वर्ड्स हियर है, बाई द वे. टपिक स्पेसिफिक वर्ड्स चाहिँ छ. अफ द बिटन पाथ है, इट्स अ इडियोमेटिक टर्म है यो चाहिँ. द्याट मिन्स टु गो टु अ रिमोट अर नट सो पपुलर प्लेसेस है. अफ द बिटन पाथ. Off the beaten path. I prefer to visit places that are off the beaten path rather than crowded cities or viral destinations. खासै धेरै मान्छे नजाने ठाउँ is called off the beaten path. I like exploring off the beaten path places of rural तराई or rural Himalayas. त्यसरी भन्न मिल्छ है. Some people might love traveling to viral places, but for me, off the beaten path, I choose to visit off the beaten path routes. Hidden gem, I guess you have heard of this term regularly. Regularly, you have heard of this previously. A wonderful place, not well known. That's called a hidden gem. That waterfall is a hidden gem. अब त्यही कुरा हेर ल, यो दुईटा जोडेर कस्तो हुन्छ हेर है. यो तीनटै जोडेर I will try to make a sentence here. While many love visiting tourist hotspots, I love traveling to destinations that are off the beaten path, as there is more chance of finding a hidden gem. Wonderful unknown place find गर्ने chance धेरै हुन्छ if we go off the beaten path. Hidden gem. Lately, हुन त आजको स्टुडेन्टलाई चाहिँ एकजना स्टुडेन्टलाई भिडियो गेम्सहरूको क्वेसन थियो होइन. हिजो हामीले सेन्टेन्स अस्ति डिस्कस गराएको थियो नि, त्यो काम लाग्ने थियो है. ठ्याक्क भिडियो गेम्सकै डिस्कसन थियो. अनि अर्को स्टुडेन्टलाई चाहिँ वेट अ सेकेन्ड, आई हेभ written, but I forgot. Hey. Mm, mm. ए अँ अस्ति हामीले फादर र डटरको रिलेसनसिपको कुरा गरेको थियो भने यहाँ आज चाहिँ मम एन्ड डटरवाला सोधेको रहेछ है। त्यो पिक्चर्सहरू हामी कमिङ डेजमा डिस्कस गरौँ न, नभए म तिमीहरूलाई यसो रेफरेन्स पिक्चर चाहिँ सेन्ड गरिदिन्छु एकछिनपछि ल। ओके, सिनिक भ्यू विच इज नट अ न्यू वर्ड फर यु आई सपोज है, a place with great scenery. There are many mountains in Nepal which offer stunning scenic views that are perfect or that are picture perfect भने नि हुन्छ। पिक्चर पर्फेक्ट भने कस्तो ए पर्फेक्ट फर फोटोग्राफी पनि लेखेर रहेछु बिर्सेछु है। द्याट आर पिक्चर पर्फेक्ट भनेको एकदम दामी है। पर्फेक्ट समथिङ द्याट इज पर्फेक्ट लाइक अ पिक्चर। अब यहाँ पनि हाल्न मिल्छ ल। While many love visiting tourist hotspots, I love traveling to destinations that are off the beaten path as there are more chances of finding a hidden gem with scenic views. I don't want you to squash all the words in one response होइन, तर I'm just trying to show you ल यसरी मजाले युज गर्न सकिन्छ भनेर। Okay, new. I guess this is something new for you. Travel on a shoestring भनेको कस्तो रहेछ? Traveling with very little money है। एकदम थोरै पैसामा travel गर्नु is traveling on a shoestring. So let's add this one as well है। While many love visiting tourist hotspots, I love traveling to destinations that are off the beaten path as a more chance of finding a sure. People in such places are friendlier and easily offer food and stay. So we can travel on a shoestring there. We can travel on a shoestring there है। चिपली ट्राभल गर्न सकिन्छ त्यस्तो ठाउँमा। मान्छे चाहिँ जेनरली फ्रेन्डली हुन्छ अनि फुड र अकोमोडेसन यत्तिकै अफर गरिहाल्छ भन्नु खोजेको है। Wanderlust भनेको के रहेछ? A strong desire to travel. I have had a wanderlust since I was a teenager. अनि ट्राभल बग भनेको चाहिँ के रहेछ? स्ट्रङ डिजायर टु ट्राभल फ्रिक्वेन्टली ल। ट्राभलको किराले टोक्यो भने जस्तो है। Okay, well, let's use these words in this sentence as well. I wasn't always like this, but since I went to a trek, a travel bug caught me and I started developing or having a wanderlust. Lost होइन lust है। अब तिमीहरूले यो लोकल क्युजिन त बुझिहाल्छ। क्युजिन भनेको फुड है, ट्रेडिसनल फुड अफ द्याट प्लेस। I'm not, let me, if I have to use that, easily offer their local cuisine itinerary. Itinerary भनेको like a plan है, सपोज फर्स्ट डे यता भिजिट गर्छु यति पैसा लाग्छ, सेकेन्ड डे यता जान्छु, यस्तो चिजहरू सबै प्लान्ड ट्रिपलाई भन्छ है। ओके, सो आई होप यु लर्न अ फ्यु न्यू वर्ड्स है। नाउ आई विल आस्क some questions and please respond la. Hmm. Okay, starting with Tika. Hello, Tika.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you like traveling? I try to use the phrase that you learned the last day plus so your words अथवा यो भन्दा अरू पनि use गरे why not? If you have some new vocabulary, please teach us as well. Okay, so do you like traveling?
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure if Tika knows this or not. सबैजना बुझिराख. We should not be giving one word or a short answer. Okay? सकेसम्म डेभलप गरेर दिनु पर्यो नि. Yes,
सर यतै मैले चाहिँ खासै मेरो फर्स्ट दिन हो त अनि कसरी भन्ने भने चाहिँ यस्तो आइडिया आएन मैले आई लाइक ट्राभलिङ अनि त्यसको बारेमा चाहिँ किन मन पराउँछ त्यस्तो भएर चाहिँ डिस्क्राइब गर्ने भन्नुभयो।
हजुर हजुर यस यस्तो कि यस्तो एउटा कुरा भन्छु ल पहिला पहिला त टिकालाई एउटा कुरा सबैलाई एउटा कुरा ल इभन इफ इट्स योर फर्स्ट क्लास बोल्न त फर्स्ट टाइम बोल्न लाएको होइन होला नि त है द्याट्स वाइ है ओके अनि थाहा पायो कसरी दिनुपर्छ डेभलप गरेर दिनुपर्छ ल ओके सो डु यु लाइक ट्राभलिङ
सर आई लाइक ट्राभलिङ बिकज when I travel at that time I explore the different like places, new places, and I can also explore the like different culture and society.
तिमीले के एक्सप्लोर गर्छौ रे एउटा डिफ्रेन्ट कल्चर अनि अर्को चाहिँ डिफ्रेन्ट डेस्टिनेसन्स
Sir.
अब हेर न तिमीले यदि अस्तिको भिडियो हेऱ्यो कि हेरेन हेऱ्यो भने के काम लाग्यो हेरेको हेरेनौ भने किन हेरेनौ है ओके सियर है सियर अब हामीले दुईटा सेम चिज भने फर्स्ट स्ट्रक्चर मैले के सिकाएको थिएँ यस्तो हो क्या हुन त यसरी भन्दा केही रङै छैन तिम्रो राम्रो छ रेस्पोन्स आइ एम नट सेङ इट्स अ ब्याड वान बट इफ यु वान्ट टु स्कोर अ बिट हायर यु क्यान डु दिस क्या सिम्पली ल आई लाइक ट्राभलिङलाई यु इट्स अ बेसिक वे अफ सेङ आई लाइक अझ म तिमीहरूलाई एउटा सानो रेकमेन्डेसन दिन्छु है सकेसम्म त सकेसम्म त इक्जामिनरले जे क्वेसन सोध्छ नि त्यसलाई रिफ्रेस गरेर भन्यो भने धेरै राम्रो हुन्छ होइन जस्तै आई लाइक ट्राभलिङ ट्राभलिङ इज समथिङ द्याट आई लभ दिस इज बिकज यसरी भन्न सक्छौ है आई प्रिफर ट्राभलिङ मात्रै भनिदेऊ बरु आई लभै किन नभनिदेऊ है एक्सप्लोरिङ भनिदेऊ बरु द्याट्स अ बेटर वे है आई एम नट सेङ दिस इज अ ब्याड वे बट द्याट इज बेटर वे क्या है अझ
Sir.
मलाई त आई लाइक दिस फ्रेज है आइ एम फन्ड अफ ट्राभलिङ I'm fond of traveling because when I travel, I can not only explore destinations but also different different cultures. भइहाल्यो हेर अलिकति कम्प्लेक्स भयो नि राइट गट इट टिका
Sir.
yes okay now moving on to Miss Chandrakala hello Chandrakala if not Chandrakala then uh, Sarisma. What places? I don't think it's a good one. Eh? Which places would you recommend to a tourist visiting your country?
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Which
So, which places would
which
you
are
recommend to a tourist visiting your country?
which places would you recommend to visit? I will recommend them to visit the eastern part of Nepal,
Mm-hmm.
which is full of greenery. Not only that, but they can also enjoy the view of beautiful Himalayas.
Enjoy the view of beautiful.
Himalayas,
Mm-hmm.
which helps them to refreshen their minds.
To fashion them. Okay. Well said. Right. Not only that, but they can also, right? Yesterday use करे so it's fine. अब Ramla, your response, it's a really good response, but we can do some things to make it even better, Ramla. I recommend them to visit the eastern part of Nepal, which is full of greenery. Not only that, but they can also enjoy the view of beautiful, stunning राख्न मिल्छ stunning or picturesque भने के हो? Have you heard of this term? Picturesque भनेको एकदम दामी हो है त्यो पनि.
Oh, okay.
Picturesque Himalayas, which helps them to freshen their minds. Well said. अब if you also want to some add some of these words हैन अब हेर ल I would recommend them to visit the eastern part of Nepal which is full of greenery and tourist hotspots भन्न मिल्यो नि not only that but they can also enjoy the view of stunning okay okay who is this without a name last question then we'll move on to next topic la okay, if not Rabita.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are the, I know, especially the common question is to ask the benefits of tourism for a country, but I would like to ask you the drawbacks of tourism. What are the drawbacks of tourism for a country? And I want you to use while. While it is true that, देखिए ल,
Well, it is true that.
what are the drawbacks of tourism for a country? And Rabita, I want to tell you something. Look. Hello, Miss Rabita.
Yes, sir. I'm listening, but कसरी यो युज गर्ने भनेर
Okay, okay.
सोच्दैछु.
ल ल ल अहिले नै त्यस्तो होइन होइन हुन हुन त इट्स गुड टु युज इट यो नयुज गरे नि फरक त पर्दैन तर इट्स जस्ट अ प्र्याक्टिस टु डु सो है अनि वान थिङ है if you have some like that, I mean, if you are trying to do something like that, or if you need time, then please let the examiner know ल एक्जामिनरलाई चाहिँ हुन त स्ट्रक्चर सोच्न त त्यो बेला सोच्ने होइन प्र्याक्टिस गर्दा सोच्ने हो होइन त्यो एउटा घरमै प्र्याक्टिस गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ डिफ्रेन्ट स्ट्रक्चर्सहरूसँग एक्सपेरिमेन्ट गर्नु पर्यो तर उता चाहिँ तिमीलाई त्यस्तै केही अप्ठ्यारो क्वेसन पर्यो भने चाहिँ मेक स्योर यु आस्क द टाइम ल जस्ट आस्क फर द टाइम maybe I would need some seconds to think about it. I mean, I need to gather my thoughts around this topic भनेर भन्न चाहिँ भनिदेऊ ल अहिले I understood तर this will be a lesson for others as well. That's why I pinpointed this out ल Okay, so what are the drawbacks of tourism for a country, Miss Robita?
There are ample of drawbacks of tourism for a country. First and foremost, mm, first and foremost, it so what is it true that it is also true that भन्ने यसमा एउटा पोजिटिभ जस्तै एउटा नेगेटिभ जस्तै गर्ने भन्नुभएको थियो
Oh
अस्ति
yes,
हजुरले
exactly.
बनाउनु लाग्यो बट कसरी भन्ने
होइन नो
यसले जस्तो
वरिज
कि अब
बरु एकछिन यसलाई
इन्भाइरोमेन्टल
साइड लगाइदियो
ड्यामेज
यसलाई एकछिन साइड लगाइदियो बरु आन्सरमा फोकस गर तर प्र्याक्टिस गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ गर्ने हो क्या यो चाहिँ हुन त अहिले पनि इट्स आवर प्र्याक्टिस सेसन होइन हु केयर्स चाहिँ सपोज यस्तो अरे वाइल इट इज ट्रु द्याट टुरिज्म हेज अ लट अफ बेनिफिट्स इट इज अल्सो ट्रु द्याट देयर आर सम ड्रब्याक्स टु पिन पोइन्ट सम फर्स्ट एन्ड फरमोस्ट भनेर यसरी लान त सकिन्छ नि त रेस्पोन्सलाई
फर्स्ट एन्ड फरमोस्ट इज इन्भाइरोमेन्टल ड्यामेज I said that because it increases the के भन्ने
कसरी इन्भाइरोमेन्टल ड्यामेज हुन्छ भन त लेट्स डिस्कस इन नेपाली भन त
like most of the tourists doesn't know about the waste management and they throw the rubbish कसरी भन्ने I don't know.
Okay, no worries. It's totally fine. एक नम्बर त मोस्ट अफ द टुरिस्ट भने चाहिँ डजन्ट त भन्न पाइएन है डोन्ट नो भन्नु पर्यो
ए sorry do not yeah
okay यस्तो भन्नु मिल्यो ल इन्भाइरोमेन्टल इट्स अ भेरी भ्यालिड पोइन्ट आई मिन इट्स अ भ्यालिड पोइन्ट है इन्भाइरोमेन्टल ड्यामेज हुन्छ बिकज वेन टुरिस्ट एक्सप्लोर प्लेसेस विच आर आई मिन विच आर फुल अफ नेचर दे टेन्ड टु मेक they tend to throw waste here and there which damages the environment to an extent भन्न पाइयो नि अनि also it is also true that when when a place becomes a tourist hotspot then people tend to cut down the trees in order to build some hotels and resorts out there which is again damaging to our environment त्यसरी लान सक्यो नि एउटै नै पोइन्ट छ है got it anyway let's move on to next topic la I haven't listed that many words in social media as well but yes here are some I guess new words for you as well go off the grid भने के रहेछ to stop using the internet or social media temporarily ल यसो टाइम बिङको लागि चाहिँ म भयो इन्टरनेट चलाउँदिनँ भनेर सोध्छौ भने चाहिँ यु आर गोइङ अफ द ग्रिड है आई गो अफ द ग्रिड ड्युरिङ विकेन्ड्स अब लेट्स एउटा क्वेसनै राखेर गरौँ न ल what are the disadvantage how often do you use social media भन्ने क्वेसन लिँदै ल पहिला how often do you use social media to be honest I use it regularly I have a tendency to use Instagram whenever I'm free, but sometimes I feel that I have to go where off the grid. No, going off the grid when I stop using internet temporarily. Hey, to be honest, I use it regularly. Actually, when I filler यहाँ एकदम मीठो छ है. Actually, I have a tendency to use Instagram whenever I'm free, but sometimes I feel that I have to go off the grid. Scroll through the यो सुनिरहेको नै word है. You are browsing content on a screen भने scrolling through है. Children often spend time scrolling through different social sites. These days, people cannot stay without scrolling through their smartphone. Smartphone नचलाइकन त खासै बस्नै सक्दैन भने जस्तो भयो. डिजिटल डिटक्स इज सेम है, तर यो चाहिँ इन्टरनेट र सोसियल मिडियाबाट मात्रै आउट भयो मान्छे, तर डिजिटल डिटक्स भनेपछि डिजिटल डिभाइसेसबाटै आउट भयो, फोनै चलाउँदैन म त भन्ने भयो. You take a break from digital devices. I need a digital detox right now to refresh my mind. Okay, break the internet. This does not mean अब break the internet जस्तै अस्ति हामीले एउटा टर्म चाहिँ भनेको थियो हैन, मैले भनेको थिएँ break the bank भने के थियो? Bank यो के थियो? If you remember, any one of you, or if you know this term, break the bank भनेको you can make a guess है. We are here, हाम्रो यो क्लास हो, क्लासमा त मिस्टेक त गर्ने नि है. भने टु स्पेन्ड मनी के एकदम धेरै पैसा खर्च गर्नु, आफूले अफोर्ड गर्न सक्ने भन्दा बढी खर्च गर्नु इज ब्रेकिङ द ब्याङ्क. अर समथिङ इफ इट्स भेरी एक्सपेन्सिभ यु क्यान से दिस क्यान ब्रेक माई ब्याङ्क. I suppose my friend usually throws a party on his birthday which breaks his bank. एकदम पैसा खर्च गरेर उसले पार्टी अर्गनाइज गर्छ. ब्रेक द इन्टरनेट भनेको चाहिँ केही चिजले एकदम अट्र्याक्सन पाउँछ अथवा केही चिज भाइरल हुन्छ नि, द्याट मिन्स ब्रेक, द्याट थिङ ब्रेक्स द इन्टरनेट है. केही चिजले एकदम मान्छेको इन्ट्रेस्ट लिन्छ इन्टरनेटमा स्पेसली. सो द्याट भाइरल भिडियो ब्रोक द इन्टरनेट लास्ट नाइट. People want to make content that breaks the internet. People want to make content that breaks the internet. Many companies try to break the internet with their social media ads, with their catchy social media ads. Catchy भनेको attractive भयो. Get hooked on भनेको you are addicted to it. Children get hooked on their phones these days. अब यसमा पनि how often do you use social media हेर ल. To be honest, I use it regularly. Actually, I have a tendency to get hooked on Instagram whenever I'm free. एकदम त्यसमा एडिक्टेड जस्तै नै चलाउनु है. I get to hooked on मात्रै भने पनि हुन्थ्यो, but yeah, I have a tendency पनि युज गर्न खोजेँ, that's why ल. Killing time, wasting time, or just yes, wasting time is a good way of saying that. Social media is used by many people to kill their time. I don't know about others, but I kill my time by using my phone. Virtual connection, I guess you know this word, virtual connection, friends made online. While social media can be addictive, it can also help us form some good virtual connections. To make some good friends online. Keep in touch, you have heard of this word, I'm pretty sure about that, to stay connected. People use social media to keep in touch with their friends and family, though occasionally they have to go off the grid. Lose track of time. This is also a simple phrase, yet effective phrase, to get lost. When I watch series on Netflix, I lose the track of time. म त हराइजान्छु कति टाइम बित्छ बित्छ टाइमको ख्यालै रहँदैन. When I meet my friend, when I met my friend after a long time, we lost the track of time. We lost, lose when at the present by we lost. Past tense ma use गर्न मिल्छ है. Children are glued to the screen these days to kill their time on. They usually kill their time by playing games instead of keeping in touch with their family members. Glued to screen. टालिएको छ आँखा भने जस्तो है. स्क्रिनमै खाली है. Rather than being glued to their books, children get hooked on social media and kill their valuable time. है यो पनि गुड, यो इडियोमेटिक फ्रेज भयो. जम्प अन द ब्यान्ड व्यागन भनेको चाहिँ टु फलो अ ट्रेन्ड. ल जम्प on the bandwagon. When there is a new trend on TikTok, everyone jumps on the bandwagon. भनेको everyone tries to make the same kind of video. Right? There is a trend these days to click photos when people visit a tourist hotspot, but I don't like jumping on the bandwagon like that. मलाई त्यस्तो ट्रेन्ड फलो गर्न मन लाग्दैन भन्न मिल्यो. Hey, let me ask you some questions related to social media ल. दुईटा चिज ध्यान देऊ ल. एउटा अस्तिको फ्रेज कतै युज गर्न सकिन्छ कि भनेर, त्यो चाहिँ तर यस है. अनि अर्को चाहिँ इफ यु क्यान युज सम अफ दिज वर्ड्स अर इफ यु क्यान युज other words as well and teach us. Okay, Miss Kaur first. Kaur. Susma.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the question for you is, do you think that children's use of social media, children's भन्दाखेरि, do you think that children's use of social media must be monitored?
Yes, I do, because nowadays we have more option, and as children, we don't know how which one is good for us and which one is bad. So if they use social media like different apps, like it's not only about games, but also like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube videos. YouTube should be monitored by their parents. If their parents do this, they not only save their children to misuse or bully by social media, but also help them to get some useful knowledge from social media.
Okay. Yes, not only but also they use gare, which is a good thing. Oh, cyberbullying भन्ने मिल्छ है. That's also a good word for social media है. They will not be a victim of cyberbullying. Cyberbully भनेको कस्तो? मान्छेले नराम्रो भन्ने in the internet platform है. Yes, they will not be a victim of cyberbullying. That's a good word to use है. Okay, next Miss Saha. Miss Susma Saha. By the way, यस्तो ल I'll teach you one more word है. Stringent भनेको word सुनेको छ? Stringent. Suppose parents should strict हुनु है. Stringent भनेको चाहिँ very strict है. To be very strict. Should impose भनेको लगाउनु पर्छ हैन. Impose stringent rules regarding their children's screen time भनेको के हो? फोन चलाउने टाइम है. यस्तो भन्न मिल्छ ल. Stringent भनेको to be very strict or strict, very strict मात्रै भनेको हुन्छ. Be होइन. It's not a verb, it's an adjective. Okay, Susma, coming back to you. It is about हाम्रो class over हुन लागिरहेछ ल. I hope you can answer this question within the time limit. So Susma, although mostly social media for children seems negative, can you tell me some positive points about children using social media? What are the benefits?
In my perspective, I see there are plethora of benefits of social media. Firstly,